Jamie French. Give the gift of joy. Give the gift of joy. Jamie French.
Do you enjoy giving? If so, raise your hand. All of you with your hands in the air. Please see me after the contest. I need a few things. I'm just kidding. I need a lot of things. Most people will raise their hands when asked if they enjoy giving, myself included, because we've all been taught it's better to give than to receive. What if each time you did receive, you actually gave? Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and all who believe it's better to give than to receive. March 2008 was an icy, cold, gloomy month at the University of Michigan Hospital. My wife Molly had just entered rehab after surviving a serious illness. She's okay now. In fact, she's doing great. But at the time, it nearly took her life. It took our jobs, and worse yet, as Buckeyes, it took us to Michigan. Each day, we would open her get well cards. And one day, I found a check for $30 made out to Jamie and Molly French. It surprised me. Look, honey, somebody sent us a check. Guess we're a charity case. Laughing at the notion, I laid the check aside, but I was thinking, why would somebody send us a check? I don't need handouts. The next day, there were more cards and more checks. I was confused. Honey, why are people sending us checks? I laid those checks aside, but I was wondering, what were people back home thinking about us? I don't need handouts. 2 months passed, and Molly finished rehab, and we returned home to our friends and family and fellow Buckeyes. They held events for us, and the checks got bigger. Every check we received, all I could see was pity in the signatures and obligation in the amounts. Every check made me question my worth, and I questioned their motives. The resentment I felt kept me awake at night, asking myself, why are they doing this? We're not a charity case. I can take care of my wife. I don't need handouts. One Saturday morning, I sat at my desk, a cup of coffee in one hand and a pen in the other. I was ready to pay bills, and I quickly realized that our checkbook needed rehab. Something would not get paid. Our electric bill, car payment, our mortgage. And then I looked at that stack of uncashed checks, and the surprise and confusion, the resentment, it all hit me at once. I did not know what to do. I went to see someone whose advice I would have rejected earlier in my life. My dad's. Now, my dad's a lot like me, or I guess I'm like him. And he's just older, shorter, but more hair. When I got to Dad's, I went off. Why are they doing this, Dad? Don't they understand? I don't need handouts. In his typical calm demeanor, he just looked at me and said, Jamie, you once told me that you and Mom love giving Christmas gifts, because of the joy that it brings you to watch someone open that gift. How would you feel if instead of opening that gift, they just tossed it aside? I immediately thought of that golf picture that we had framed for my uncle. And the way his eyes lit up when he opened it, and then he quickly and proudly placed it on the wall behind his desk. And then I thought, how would I feel if instead of hanging it up, Uncle Terry just tossed it aside? How would that make you feel? And then my dad said something that has changed the way I think forever. He said, "Son, it is a joy to give. If you refuse the gift, you reject the giver, and you remove their joy." Jamie, don't let your pride get in the way of their joy. Accept their help and just say thank you. It's funny, the older I get, the smarter he gets. I took his advice, swallowed my pride, I just said thank you, and our load got lighter. We came to appreciate the efforts of our friends and family even more. But the best part was being able to give them the gift of joy. There are times in life that it is hard to accept help. And it can be hard to let someone help you. But remember my dad's words. If you refuse the gift, you reject the giver, and you remove their joy. The next time someone offers to help you, will you lay aside your reservations, your misgivings, and your pride? Will you just say thank you? And will you give them the gift of joy?